The Rise of the Cock. Welcome, everybody, to my early review. I actually got to see a awesome movie by Robert Eggers, who is, if you guys don't know, one of, if not probably my favorite director. It'd be pretty close between him and Quentin Tarantino. And today, I am going to talk to you guys about the new Robert Eggers film, Nosferatu, starring Lily Rose Depp, Willem Dafoe, James Marsden, and Bill Skarsgård. So, what is this story about? This is a gothic love story, vampire craziness about the titular vampire Nosferatu, something that happens, and then bloody madness ensues. So, what did I think about this movie? Well, I gotta say this right off the top. Robert Eggers is a very intriguing director to me. No two Robert Eggers movies are ever the same. And with that being said, Robert Eggers has a certain style about the way he does everything. So I'm going to go through the good, the bad, and then my overall rating. So I'm going to start off with the positives of this film. This film is visually probably one of the most stunning films in 2024. The effects are tremendous. The visual, the score, the way everything is lit, the feel of the period that he's going for. It's no surprise that Robert Eggers is very big on his period pieces. And this film is very much an old school kind of film. Hello, welcome, Karen, to my non-spoiler review of Nosferatu. Anyways, so visually, this film is immaculate. It is strikingly gorgeous. The soundscape is great. Let me get to Lily Rose Depp. Now, if you guys don't know, Lily Rose Depp was in a show called The Idol. It was fucking horrendous. I think I've seen her in other stuff, but yep, Nick Cage is always in the back. He was terrified he didn't go and see this one. Anyways, Lily Rose Depp in this movie proves that she is Johnny Depp's daughter. I would be shocked. I would absolutely be just appalled if she does not get a nominee for an award. She fucking kills it in this movie. Lily Rose Depp has to play a wide range of emotions. And now, when I watched The Idol, I saw her acting capability, but to be honest, I didn't see her in anything else. The Idol was the first thing I saw her in, so it was a bad impression. But holy fucking shit. In this movie, she plays sad, traumatized, sexually attracted, angry, while being horny. It's a whole bunch of things that she has to go through. Plus, she has to twist and contort her body in weird sort of ways. What's up, Hunter? So I did 2 days. Are you going to watch Creature Commandos? Yes, I will. And I will have a review up. So stay tuned for that, Hunter. I'm going to have a review for every episode of Creature Commandos. But yeah, Lily Rose Depp is brilliant in this. Bill Skarsgård, holy shit. Bill Skarsgård gives a Colin Farrell transformation performance in this. If you don't know he's in this movie, you would never know he is playing the role of Count Olaf. He has a completely different accent. He looks nothing. Hello there. Nice to see you here, Ballsack. Very funny name. He completely transforms into the role. He is very much an imposing figure. Now, I have some negatives on Bill Skarsgård, not so much his performance, but just the design of Nosferatu, and I'll get into that in a little bit. but I don't want to give too much away. This is this performance. Okay, I'm gonna put it out right now. Lily Depp and Bill Skarsgård definitely deserve noms. Great. James Marsden. I've seen him play a variety of roles. They all kind of feel the same. This performance, very different. He plays the husband of Lily Rose Depp, and he's great. And of course, Willem Dafoe. Willem Dafoe is Willem Dafoe. He's a fucking brilliant actor. And in a Robert Eggers movie, he just brings out the best in Willem Dafoe. It's a great performance. I don't think it stands out as much as Lily Rose Depp or Bill Skarsgård, but I think it's very much on that line. Nobody gives a bad performance in this movie. As far as positives go, too, the way the story is told. Now, I will preference this. A lot of people might not like where exactly it heads, but for me, it made sense in the context of the story the movie is telling. And it's a very old-timey, more leaning into a gothic romance than a straight-up vampire horror. That's not to say crazy shit doesn't happen. There's blood, there's gore, there's tons of violence. But it's more focused, like, for me, Bram Stoker's Dracula, where you have a very tragic love story of this immortal creature and this human. And, you know, you guys have also, if you've seen Bram Stoker's Dracula, you guys know, okay? That's one of my favorite movies and, like, my benchmark for top-tier vampire films. And I'm not going to lie to you guys. I would put this right with Bram Stoker's Dracula as probably one of my favorite vampire horror movies made, full stop. Like, I would put them side by side. Negatives. I don't really got many. I'm going to say this generally for people because this doesn't bother me, but I think there's some things that people are going to walk into this expecting one thing and probably not get what they're expecting. One, the story is different, but it uses a lot from Bram Stoker's Dracula. The epic romance, the tragedy, the drama, a lot of it I felt was very much like Bram Stoker's Dracula. And the overall where the story goes is very much similar to that movie. Now, that being said, Nosferatu and the story of Nosferatu inspired Bram Stoker's Dracula. So it's like, which came first, the chicken or the egg? I mean, technically, Bram Stoker's Dracula was made first, but the story of Nosferatu and the movie that this is inspired by was made in the fucking 50s, or I don't know, when they had silent films. So, I mean, we can split hairs all day. The other thing is, and no spoilers here, but I feel like the ending of this movie is going to divide a lot of people on how they feel about it, because the ending is not what you expect it to be and what they leave off on. It fits for the story that's being told. But I think people are going to expect this big, flashy kind of ending. And if you're going into a Robert Eggers film, you should definitely not expect a typical ending. See The Northman or The Lighthouse or The Witch or any of the other shit he's done. It's a very interesting way to end the movie. I'll leave it at that. Also, I have a few problems with the design of the creature. Now, Nosferatu is imposing. He's intimidating. Bill Skarsgård's got the voice. You can't even fucking tell it's him. But there's something he does with the character, little weird. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm probably going to go see the movie again. And I sat on this for a while. I saw this like 2 days ago, and I wanted to give my review a little bit later to get my thoughts in line. But overall, I think the main thing about this story that I can tell you is this movie is captivating. It's one of the few movies I've seen this year that you just can't look away from the screen. Everything is so beautiful. Now, the other big thing, the other negative, and this is my only negative with this film, and it brings it down a full point. I hate the old school dialect. There's some funny ass things I never even knew were words in the English language. You need a fucking dictionary to go see this movie. Like this is old English. When I tell you, like, this is shit that we don't use anymore. I don't even think the English use half these words anymore. If there's anybody from England, let me know. But I'm pretty fucking sure nobody uses any of these. The dialect in this movie is so hard to follow. I watched this twice and I had to put it in subtitles so I can see what the word is and fucking look the word up because I had no idea. And now, if you're in the theater, you're not going to be able to look the words up. So there's a lot of old English in this that is just atrocious to get through. To an obnoxious level. And this is my big complaint with most of Robert Eggers' films, except The Northman. I don't like old English. I don't like having to use a translator to understand what the fuck people are saying. The only word I heard that was fucking hilarious is that the people in this movie don't say that they rise at dawn or they come out and they're in sunset. They say they rise at the hour of the roosting cock. That is fucking hilarious. I want to try to use that in every sentence that I make. That is the most funniest thing I've ever heard. I looked it up, and it was an actual saying. I guess they don't say it now because it would be politically incorrect, but I laughed my ass off every time I heard that. There was a lot of rising of the cock. Other than that, I really don't have much else negative to say about this movie. And to be quite honest, I may do a spoiler review when it comes out because there's a lot of things within the movie and shots I want to talk about, but it would be kind of a spoiler thing. But just the way that it's filmed, and I will give you one example. It was in the trailer, so I'm not spoiling anything, but there's a shot when Nosferatu is first imposing onto this town. And it's like the old school film where you see his hand, but the shadow is over the whole entire village. Fucking gorgeous, and I have no clue how they did it. That is just one of many beautiful things that they do with the cinematography in this movie. My other gripe with this film is it's not scary, or at least not to me. This movie does not lean into the horror. As a matter of fact, there's a couple of really kind of funny moments in this movie. And that's not to say that you might not find something scary, but for me, it isn't the typical horror I'm used to. Like Long Legs or one of those. There's tension, but it's not going for scare the shit out of you kind of a thing. It's more of an uneasy feeling, like when Nosferatu's talking or when something's going on. Like at the time, the scene works, but it's not like out to frighten you. It's not something you can throw on in the dark and scare the shit out of yourself. It's one of those movies that's focused more on the story it's telling and the romance angle. And that's not to say this isn't like a Twilight thing. It's not one of those, like, sappy romances. I hope I don't come across as that. It's not that. It's more in the flavor of, like I said, Bram Stoker's Dracula. It's that kind of romance. It's very mature. There's a lot of different sexual things going on. Some of it's kind of fucking weird, but it dives into the vampirism and, when someone falls under the spell of the monster, that kind of a thing. This is a big throwback to me to like Universal movies and how Universal used to do its vampire films. Like, if you were a fan of old school vampire movies, like before they made fucking vampires sparkle, like when they were scary and there was an intriguing story, you'll like this movie. If you like great performances, you'll like this movie. If you like good visuals, you'll like this movie. The English is going to be hard to get through, but I think a lot of people will appreciate this. Now, the one caveat is the ending, and I'm curious to see when people watch this film what they think of the end of the movie. I thought it was great, but that's the biggest thing that I hear on the internet. So this movie comes out during Christmas. I encourage to go out and see this. Robert Eggers is the one director who is going against the grain of Hollywood. He does stuff out of the box. A lot of his movies aren't mainstream. This is not going to be a mainstream movie. Neither was The Northman. And I respect a creator who is focused on telling the story that they want to tell. And I think this is another great film. And I'd honestly say this is probably my favorite out of all of the movies he made. My least favorite is probably The Lighthouse. But this movie is really surprisingly good. And I'm going to be shocked if this thing isn't going to take some awards, because this is like, I didn't even think they were going for an award. This isn't like an awards bait movie. It's just so well acted. Like, I think it's going to definitely get a nomination or two. Definitely the visual department and the FX and the set designers and set dressers and all that, they all should get a fucking award because everything in this movie is phenomenal. Anyways, that's all I got for you guys. I know I've been gone for a while. I look forward to coming back. I got a couple of reviews. I'm going to be doing a review on Moana 2. I'm going to be doing a review on Craven, which I'm actually excited to watch. I'm going to be doing a review on Creature Commandos and a couple of things that I watched on Netflix. I'm going to also be talking about Arcane Season 2. But in the comments below, let me know. Are you excited to see Nosferatu? And also tell me, what is your favorite vampire movie? Mine of all time is Bram Stoker's Dracula. But I want to know from you guys, what's your favorite movie? Did you like the new Abigail? Do you like The Lost Boys? That's another good one. Dracula. What's your favorite vampire movie? Let me know in the comments below. And also, I will be all of this month making different top 10 lists. I'm going to be doing a top 10 Netflix originals list. I'm going to be doing the top 10 horror list, top 10 movie of the years, and the top 10 worst movie of this year. So definitely check out my channel. I'm going to have a lot going on. I've been busy because I just got engaged. If you guys don't know, here's the ring. I got engaged to Bitchy. So we've been planning a lot of stuff, and I've been kind of crazy busy with work, and I'm also working on a novel. So I've been a little bit all over the place, but I plan on coming through at the end of this year and giving you guys some great content. Also, my birthday is coming up on the 17th, so I may do a birthday stream as well, just to say hi to all you guys, and you guys can see me. I'm not going to be sober all day, so it'll be fun. I'm going to be drinking a little bit. I'm going to have some friends over. It's going to be great. That's going to be December 17th. Thank you, everybody, for watching. And as always, remember, there is only one rule. Here in the Phantom Zone, kneel before General Zod.